don't even turn back to look at the melting shadow anymore. We rely on Teddy's nose and roundel our speed through the red fog toward Junes.
There! Come on! Everyone hurry!
We eventually see the lost door that I had lost been in when we exit the TV world. This building must normally be quite lively with customer, but now it looms with an eerie silence within the dim red fog.
Our rendezvous point is on this building's rooftop. Everyone remain in contact while searching for Kujikawa and the rest. Stay alert.
Every day's great at your Junes. Hello!
Monitor on the side of the road flickers, and that General Teddy suddenly appear on the screen.
What the? You again, you phony bear! What do you want now?
Thanks for coming all the way out to such a remote place. Did you enjoy the P-1 climax? There were so many touching battles this time. But, too bad for you. Unfortunately, you've all served your purposes already.
What do you mean by that?
Just what I said. When you fought, you released fragments of your personas, and I've gathered more than enough of them. Thus, there's no reason to keep you persona users alive any longer. Prepare to be swallowed by a surge of shadows!
Once General Teddy finished, the monitor shut off. Silence filled the area once again.
What is the shaking?
With a thundering roar, a fish's black liquid geysers up from everywhere. These black waves surround us, whirling madly, and begins to close in.
Ah! What the?
There are so many shadows. They're going to attack. Please, be careful.
Cheeky bastards. Come! Persona!
Akihiko's persona. Caesar swing its sword toward the approaching black wave. The mass of shadows retreat for a moment, like a receding tide, then immediately surge toward us like a tidal wave.
Artemisia!
Persona!
Persona!
Summon sequence. Athena.
We summon our persona one after another and have no choice but to fight back. If things are this bad outside, I have to worry about Kujikawa and the others who are on the rooftop. We must get inside as soon as possible and meet up with them. But the horde of shadow pours forward without stopping, giving us no respite. Even the entrance to Junes has been completely covered with the black mass. If this becomes a drawn-out battle, then obviously we'll be at a disadvantage. I feel a sense of listlessness. After being on that cross, I'm severely exhausted. Even Aigis and Akihiko are moving less nimbly than usual. Teddy fights on, as if he's trying to protect the three of us, but he is injured as well. He won't last forever.
If this keeps up...
Rise-chan! Yuki-chan! Nao-chan! I'll be right there!
More shadows incoming. They're not stopping.
Where was he hiding this many shadows?
My visions begin to darken, as if layers of gauzes are being wrapped around my eyes, and I feel even more tired than ever. Though each shadow may be inconsequential on its own, their sheer number are too much to contend with. My arms drop to my side and I can't lift them anymore.
Tsuru! Hey, hang in there!
Nichan! Watch out!
Mitsuru-san!
Come on, can't you pull it together? I really don't want to get involved here, you know?
Dachi. What the? As the sound echoes out, my vision returns and I see a shape moving toward us, mowing down the horde of shadows. What? That just a persona attack? The shadow that had been overwhelming us retreat and a path opens up toward the Junes entrance.
You are...
Oh man, you guys look terrible. That's what you get for sticking your noses into places they don't belong.
The newcomer is a man who speaks languidly while stretching at the back of his neck. That persona tag must have come from him. It looks familiar. The serial murder case that took place in Inaba last year. I tried to remember the name of the former detective who had been arrested as a suspect.
Are you Toru Adachi?
What? I thought Adachi was in police custody.
Wow, I'm famous now. You're Mitsuru Kirijo, right? I guess the rest of these people are your subordinates?
What's Adachi baby doing here? Wait, you must be a fake too!
Huh? You too? A fake? Yeah, that's it. I'm a fake.
Everything's about his response radiates insincerity. He seems to be an intelligent but shrewd man. But, for right now, it doesn't matter if this man is a fake or not. What matters is, why such a person would go out of his way to help us?
Why did you save us?
It wasn't just for you. If you died here, it'd be trouble for me. I have to obey the rules.
Rules?
Never mind, I'm just rambling. Still, isn't this an impressive number of shadows? I bet you'd really be able to get up to something fun with this many. Like, say summoning up a god or something?
Summoning a god? Is that what that show guy is doing?
This horde of shadows seems to have been gathered here by the other Minazuki after all. He's intending to use them to awaken a godlike being. What he calls his world is one where that being has descended, but that will result in the fall, utter destruction.
I'm just guessing. And if this many shadows were to head over to that tower and start wrecking shit, that building wouldn't stand a chance, would it? Plus, anyone inside would be in for some real trouble, wouldn't they? Well, it's not like it matters to me.
Yeah, it matters to you.
I'm gonna be on my way now. Good luck or whatever. Aren't the rest of your friends in here at Juness? You kids love crowding together after all. Don't you think you'll win with those numbers?
Hey, stop! Where do you think you're going?
Don't, Teddy Teddy. I know you want to go after him, but we're all exhausted right now. You need to prioritize meeting up with your friends.
Udachi doesn't even look back at Teddy and begins walking at a leisurely pace in the direction of Yasogami Heights. We quickly lost sight of him as he became lost in the muddy stream of shadows.
Toru Adachi. At the very least, he didn't seem to be a fake made from a shadow.
Is he scheming something after all?
No matter what his aims were, it's true that we were saved in the end.
Save thinking about it for later. We need to hurry.
We run along the path to Gina's entrance that had been created for us by Adachi's strike, and rush into the store and up the stairs. The gushing shadow had entered the building as well, but they are far fewer in number than they had been outside, and aren't much of a hindrance. Eventually, the stairs end and we see the door that opens to the rooftop food court. In the food court beyond, a horde of shadow has regained its intensity and continue flooding in one after another. 4 Persona users from Inaba are fighting them. Even though they are experienced, fierce fighter and have survived many tough situations, it seems they are having a hard fight against a sheer volume of the shadows.
Damn it! You're getting more intense again! There's no end to this!
You can't give up! Mitsuru-san and her people should arrive soon!
Right. We can't lose somewhere like this.
Rise-chan, now-chan, Yuki-chan! I'm so glad you're all okay! I'm coming over right now!
Oh, Teddy! And Mitsuru-san too!
Teddy should have been considerably exhausted and injured, but seeing the face of his friends must have given him strength. He dodged towards his friend as fast as little legs can carry him and joined their battle line. They're united by a strong bond as well. We can't fall behind either.
Hey! You intentionally left me out, didn't you?
You're loud as always. Do you still have a lot of energy left? You don't go down easy. I see you're barely hanging on.
Don't underestimate me. Half your stuffing's hanging out anyway, so you don't get to say anything.
Sorry we're late. You did well in keeping him at bay. We'll join in the fight.
With a sense of relief at seeing everyone we had been unable to locate, we quickly tell them our situation and check on their condition. It's clear that all of them are tired and injured, but now that our numbers have doubled, we should be able to make up for that by cooperating with each other. As it turned out, we are slowly but surely able to push back the seemingly endless torrent of shadows.
We can do this! There's enough of us here now that I'm sure we can win!
It's too early to be relieved yet. The shadows all over town are converging on that tower. At this rate, our senpai in there will be...
Hirogan is right. If we are held up here, we won't be able to eat those who have added to the tower. If the shadow are gathering with the intent to climb that tower, then we have to take the chance of returning to the tower ourselves to intercept them.
But considering the sheer number of shadows, that would be too dangerous.
Mitsuru-san, Ken-kun has given me the details. This case has many similarities with Shuji Yakutsuki's plan. I believe the culprit has the same intent. And considering the current situation with these hordes of shadows, the time is nigh.
Sho Minazuki, who called Shuji Yakutsuki his father, and the word Toru Odachi left with us. We have all the circumstantial evidence. And this time, Naoto speaks of is nothing less than the end of the world.
Do we have no choice but to entrust this to the others here? Isn't there something we can do, Mitsuru-san?
This isn't the time to argue, Mitsuru-san. We have to go!
What's there to worry about, Mitsuru? There's only one option here.
Everyone wants to return to the tower, completely disregarding their own safety. Not a single one of us is afraid to volunteer, even in desperate situation. In addition, we've been forestalled again and again since this started. It seems that my position as the leader of the Shadow Operative has put me on the offensive without my noticing it. We have to go on the offense now that we have the strength to do so.
Everyone, listen up. The shadows are likely gathering at that tower. Their goal is likely to bring about the coming of a god with the power to destroy the world. We must stop this at all costs. Fujikawa, will you lend me your strength? We'll combine our communication abilities to contact Yamagishi. They need to be told of the danger.
The first step is to make contact. I task the other 6 with making sure that the area is secure, then take Fujikawa's hand. We both feel a familiar tension. Distinct from what we feel in battle as we focus our talk and concentrate on the tower.
Persona.
Though the situation is truly chaotic and the end of the world is drawing near, the vision that appears in my mind is surprisingly clear. To think that Fujikawa's communication ability is this powerful is equal to Yamagishi's. I've also been told that it evolved to the point that she can participate in combat now. These Persona users of Inaba have great potential hidden within them. That's right, we have the obligation to protect this town, their future.
Fukusan is somewhere around the middle of the tower?
Hold on, Fujikawa. There's something in the sky.
It's a reading of something approaching at high speed from the fog-filled sky. Eventually, the rhythmic sounds of a helicopter reach our ears. A large helicopter with Kuryoju marking approaches us out of the fog. The pilot must be...
Kikuno, that's you there, isn't it, Kikuno? Respond at once!
Lady Mitsuru! Thank goodness you're safe.
What are you doing there? This airspace is dangerous. You must withdraw at once to a safer area.
You're all putting your lives at stake by fighting. I refuse to shame myself by withdrawing.
I can only smile at the way of Kikuno refused my direct order. She won't hesitate to risk herself for my sake. That's never changed at all.
There's something I must tell you at once. We've decoded more of the records from Shuji Ikutsuki that I gave to Labra-san. We've reached a point where there is a description that seems to be hinting at the security code. If we can solve it, we may be able to fully unlock it. The clues to the password are my true form that I should take, and the one written of in the prophecy.
Prophecy and true form? Could this be about what happened back then?
Mitsuru, I have to remember. That insanity Yakutsuki was a slave to. Remember the speech he gave us?
Could never forget that night 3 years ago. That night we were cast into the depth of despair. Ikutsuki looked down on us with insanity in his eyes and told us of his own ambition.
He said he would become a king in the new world. With that in mind, what he strived to become, his self-professed true form.
The new world that Tsuji Ikutsuki strove for. The true form that he wanted this world to assume, where everyone beside himself have been changed into a shadow.
King of the Fall.
No mistake. This word symbolized the distorted ambition Ikutsuki had become obsessed with, and what he truly believed he would become.
That's it! The password was accepted, and the file's been unlocked. I'm opening the file now.
There's no time to wait for an analysis. Fujikawa, let's try again. We need to get this information to Labras through Yamagishi.
We direct our search in the direction of the tower once more and detect Yamagishi. Near her are a number of other readings that appear to be in combat. There are Narukami, Satonaka, and Hanamura. It seems they are fighting violently to protect Yamagishi. So they had been injured, as I can relieve, sensing that they've made a recovery. We immediately open communication with Yamagishi and relay our situation. According to Yamagishi, the sudden swarm of shadow in town have begun pouring into the tower as well. We then pass our own conclusion, the reason for the horde of shadows, and our information on the password. Even Yamagishi seemed lost for word at hearing this, but she quickly recovered herself.
So that's why all these shadows have been flooding in. We'll stop them here as well. I'll tell Labras about that password at once. Please be careful, Mitsuru-senpai.
Everyone looked toward me once the communication ends. They're waiting for a word from me with such impatience. But don't worry. I understand.
We will now head to the tower to aid those who are still in there. We'll have to force our way in. We will combine the strength of our personas and fight our way through.
As they say, that's what I'm talking about.
This is starting to get interesting. I'm getting pumped up.
All right! If that's the plan, then it's time to bust out all our skills. Better not fall behind, Ted.
Roar! I'm getting fired up! Wait for us, Sensei! Wait for me, Labby-chan! There's no need to fear with my tremendous strength!
Right! Labras and Chie are fighting too, so I can't just stay here.
The moment we were about to step toward the tower, I noticed a black silhouette of a vehicle lowering its altitude close enough to graze the horde of shadows.
You need to leave Inaba and stand by until we contact you again.
No, my lady. This helicopter is loaded with two 7.62mm Gatling guns, 19 continuous rounds of 70mm rocket ammunition, as well as a 30mm chain gun. Though these cannot damage shadows, they will be useful in preventing their advancement and providing you with some measure of backup.
Don't be ridiculous. It's too dangerous. You're...
Labras-san asked me why someone who couldn't use a persona would risk their life to go to a place where shadows appear. No matter how slight it may be, I can still provide some assistance to you all. I have been prepared to risk my life from the start. My lady, I have my own battles to fight.
Hikuno-san.
Mitsuru, are you gonna repeat the same mistake?
You're right. It doesn't matter how strong or weak you are. I pushed Narukami and his friends away before, and now I'm doing the same to Kikuno. Kikuno, I accept your determination. Aid us from the helicopter. We must reach that tower at all costs.
Understood. I will see you there safely, even if it costs me my life. Let us depart.
Ikuno's helicopter rotated in place to face the direction we'll be proceeding in. Wow, Kikuno's so cute. Nice drawing. With a tremendous concussion, a rain of bullets showered down on the mass of shadow, splashing bits of blackness every which way. The wave that had been completely covering the road loses its intensity and begins to retreat.
Now!
Right!
All right!
Come! Persona!
Go! Persona!
Persona! line of sparking lights run into the wave of shadow, accompanied by a roaring sound. We can't do this. We nod to each other and leap one after another into the newly opened path. We must head to the tower where our comrades are fighting so that they can carry out. No, so we can all carry out our duties. We continue? Yeah. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to share and don't forget to subscribe, please. Have a nice day.